What is up everybody, I'm Mear and welcome back to another episode on the Vasten 2 server. Today we are starting off in the onport at our storage system because I've done some work of camera, some research, some building, only a little bit of light building actually. But I think I've come up with a solution to our problem from last episode, which is to load 15 chunks next to each other. So if you come down here, down these stairs, you can see we've got quite a lot of portals set up, and these are all linked up to one portal in the nether. So every one of these, if we go through it, will end up in the same portal in the nether side, which is quite important because all of these, like I said in the last episode, a chunk loader, which is one that we built over here, works by shooting an item back and through, well, just back and forth through a portal, loading the side on this, well, the nether side for a minute, and also loading the overworld side for a minute. So last episode we ran into a problem where they synced up a bit and it all messed up, but I've come up with a solution, and the solution is quite simple. We're gonna use item filters. So I've set up a demo over here of how we're gonna do this. Imagine that this is right in front of the portal is right here, and there's gonna be a water stream up there exporting items. Now how that system is gonna work will be quite obvious in just a second, but let's just throw a cooked salmon into there, which is the filter item, and it spits it out back again. But if we throw anything else up there, let's throw, do we have anything stackable? Dropper, yeah, let's put a dropper on there. It just stays there, so it doesn't get picked up. So what that allows us to do is once we send items over it, it will only pick up one. And that item is gonna get shooted through one of these portals. But in the nether side, they all sync up to the same portal. That portal picks it up and spits it back, and all the items end up in this one. I've tested it out. I've thrown an item in all of these portals, and all 15 of them get collected at the bottom of this one over here. And then from here we're gonna send them all in a water stream through the, well, just send them through the right portal, making sure that every chunk is loaded. If you didn't get any of that, it will be quite obvious once it's actually built. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and you'll see the whole thing built in just a matter of seconds because video editing exists. Ever wondered what a 15 chunk big chunk loader looked like? Me neither, but we still build it. So all of these modules are now configured correctly, all the item filters are in place, and I've tested each and every module to see if it would actually load the chunk. Because as I said before, shooting an item to a portal only loads that chunk for 1 minute. So the item needs to travel through and travel all the way through these water streams and get back to the portal within the minute for the system to work. And the most critical part of that is actually at the end of our water stream, which is logical because it will take the most time for the item to travel over there, which is underground over here. This is lower down because there's a contraption above it. Don't worry about it. But this is the last one, and I've timed it, and the item takes 47 seconds to get back to this dropper and get shot out again. So we actually got quite a big margin. We could actually load a couple of more chunks, but we're not gonna do that. I think 15 is quite a lot as it is, and it will introduce quite some lag if it's actually active. So to not strain the server too much, we want it only to be active once the storage is active. So we need to hook up the input chest all the way up there at the top to over here where the items get shot out into the water stream. So right now it's off and all the items are collected over here in these hoppers and droppers. So we need to design a system, well, rather I need to design a system for this to work. I've got some ideas in mind. I'll just gonna build it. I'm not gonna explain it because this is not something that is worthy of being explained. It's just gonna be here in a hole, and it's not that interesting. It's just gonna be a timer. So just do a quick cut to me actually finishing the redstone. All the redstone parts are now in place, and what this circuit basically does is it extends the redstone pools from just 1 tick to about 5 minutes. but this circuit stays on the whole time one of these two control lines is on. So what that means is, if both of these are off, the circuit will stay on for another 5 minutes, which means that the chunk loader will stay on for another 5 minutes before completely shutting down. And that basically has to do most with where these control lines come from. One is from the input chest over all the way over yonder, and if this one turns off, that just means that there are no items left in the input chest, but then the items need to travel through the whole system, which can take up to some time. Same here, but this is the input chest for our single item filter, and it's just another control line, so if both of these are off, the chunk loader will shut down. Now I actually haven't tested this whole system yet, which is what I want to do next, and I've got some stuff to clean up, so what a better way to test it than just clean up all of our stuff that we left behind and see if it actually works. Oh, it's gonna be scary. I am proud to say I'm 70% confident that this chunk loader actually works. So I would call that a success. But now for something completely different, actually not that much different because we're gonna still work in the same building, but on the outside of it, because this side of the storage is still not detailed. It's just blank walls, and I want to get rid of all the blank walls. I want to do a big time lapse and finish the whole outside. I can't even talk, I'm so excited. I want to finish the whole outside of this building. We got to over here the last couple of episodes, but I want to do one big last time lapse to finish it all off. I don't know if I have the time for it, but I'll surely try. So you should be hearing some music, and well, I think the rest you know by now. It's a time lapse. It's a camera. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. I put a lot of time and effort into editing it. And I know I didn't do as much as I said I would, but I've definitely run out of time for this episode. So, if you liked it, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you next week for another one. Bye guys, bye!